Hello folks and welcome to Netcruzer RC. Today I want to talk to you about some new Traxxas stuff that's coming out, specifically the Traxxas Rustler 4x4 VXL. Now, some of the first batch runs are starting to arrive at the hobby shops as demo units, and I've been looking at some of the parts and some of the running videos that have come out, and I've been thoroughly impressed. More impressed than I was initially with the announcement of this truck, because Traxxas has actually done some significant engineering to this product, and there are some new parts that are being used on it that are compatible with other models. So let's go through that right now. If you jump into the parts list for the Rustler 4x4 VXL, you can start looking at all of the part numbers and figuring out what's new and what's old and what's reused. Now, there's a particular weak point on Traxxas vehicles, Stampede, Rustler, all these vehicles that use these type of plastic splined axles. They tend to fail on 3S. The U-joints will get warped, they'll break, and they'll snap at the U-joint area. So, if you go back and look at the new Traxxas Rustler, you'll see here that there's a new part number, the 6851A. So this is the Xtreme heavy duty left and right, and these that are not bolded are the stock parts, and then they're showing here that the 6851R and 6851-2R are the steel splined constant velocity drive shafts. The old part number for a /4x4 are 6851X. The new part number for a Rustler 4x4 is 6851A, and then 52 is for the rear assembly. When you take a quick close look at this new axle, you'll see a couple of things that jump out at you. First of all, the plastics look like they might be a little bit stronger. Maybe it's carbon reinforced plastic, I'm not sure. They have a little bit of sheen to them that you don't see on the old ones. And as well as, notice here the way the U-joint is designed, it's straight with a little bit of a curve here. If you look at the new one, it is a much wider curve, so it triangulates the load, and this should be a much stronger U-joint system. The reason why I brought up the constant velocity drive shafts is because this 6851R is the same optional upgrade available for a /4x4. So that means that these drive shafts, these new Xtreme heavy duty ones, are going to work on /4x4, and they'll work on the Stampede 4x4. So that is excellent. I did a quick search to see if you can get these separately yet. They are not available, but they will be soon. So keep an eye out for that. 6851A and 6852A are the new Xtreme heavy-duty drive shafts that are probably going to be the strongest available plastic drive shafts that you can get for a /4x4, and that is super exciting. I wonder if they're going to eventually release a new upgraded /4x4 that has some of these beefier components, because this axle as well as these arms are also upgraded. If you look at the exploded parts diagram for a Rustler 4x4, you'll see here another new part number, 3655R. And when you jump back to the parts list, where was 3655R? Right here, suspension arms, front and left, right, heavy duty cold weather material. That is another new part number. 3655R is a new suspension arm that's coming out. Again, it's going to be Xtreme heavy duty for cold weather, and it's going to be compatible with a /4x4. So that is super exciting as well, that we're finally going to get some newer, stronger arms and axles. When I first saw and looked at it, it looks like, oh, they just repackaged a /4x4, but they haven't. You have to deep dive in. This is a new chassis. It is new arms. It is new axles. There's only a couple of little weak points that are left over from the slash design that I'll also mention. One other thing is the slipper clutch system, which lives in here. 5352R is the stock part, which when you look up what that part is, it's actually the upgraded Revo HD slipper clutch system. So this is an upgrade that I did on my own Slash 4x4, where you have to change the pressure plate and the slipper disc and the slipper pads over to Revo size, and it significantly strengthens up your slipper clutch system. So on a traditional Slash 4x4, the slipper clutch is a 5552X, and on the Rustler, it's this 5352 system, which is the same as a Revo. So that is excellent. If you go over and look at the normal stock Slash slipper clutch, it uses these worse pads and a much smaller friction disc, as opposed to the Revo system is a much bigger disc and solid steel pads. Those are cross compatible, but you do have to replace the pressure plate as well. It's nice to see that the Rustler comes with the Revo style slipper clutch already. This is a video of the Rustler 4x4 VXL, one of the first ones that a hobby shop has got, and he's just in the middle of doing a repair after jumping it and bashing it hard. And the motor mount design is the exact same as they would have on a Slash 4x4. The one thing I don't like about this is how hard it is to set the mesh. This is just a sliding motor on a gear, and you have to set that yourself, and it's a little tricky to get, but once you get the hang of it, it's fine. But the slipper clutch system is back in here, and you can see in behind that it is definitely using the bigger Revo friction plate because it's almost as big as the spur gear. So that's excellent. Now, there is one little downside to this slipper clutch assembly. There's one weak point here, which is this. This is the bearing carrier. It is plastic. And eventually, when you're running on 3S, there'll be so much friction and heat generated by this assembly that it will eventually melt this down. And once this starts to melt down, then your bearing gets loose and it pops off. And then your spur gear gets loose, and then you'll strip out a spur gear, and this whole thing will become very loose and shaky. So there is an upgrade part for this. It is a metal piece. Highly recommended that you do that. It's right here. It's the 6839X. If you buy a new Rustler 4x4, I strongly recommend that you get this part. This is the bearing adapter for a Slash 4x4. It is compatible with the Revo and the new Rustler. I'm mostly excited that they've actually put the effort in to beef up these components. So that is super exciting, because when you look at what this thing is doing, and it's holding up to it. This hobby shop, Dixon Hobbies, they're one of the first people that got a Rustler 4x4, and they've been bashing the crap out of it, and that's what they're doing here. Is they're just in the middle of repairing it after all they did was they popped off a shock cap. It does use the same plastic ultra shocks as most other Traxxas vehicles, and these shocks are pretty reliable. There's only one thing that I highly recommend you do, is to get the aluminum shock caps. Once you get aluminum shock caps, these shocks almost never fail. So the summary of this video is, well done, Traxxas. I think this Rustler 4x4 VXL is going to be an excellent, strong platform, and I'm super excited to see these extra heavy-duty parts trickle down or become available to buy and use on some of the other models like the Slash 4x4. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Exciting day. We just passed 7,000 subscribers today.